Welcome to your monthly YouTube video. This week we are featuring yoga for the low back. So especially if you have any low back pain, chronic low back pain, or just want to strengthen your core and back a little bit more there, we just have a couple of different sequences to take you through that will help you with that. So I have Emily with me here today. So she's going to help out in certain poses that I might step back and just have her show for you. So if you have at home a mat, if you have a block, you can elevate yourself on that, or it can help assist you in poses. If not, no worries. Or a strap too can help you assist in a couple different poses as well. So we're gonna get started in a seated position, just wherever we are. So if you can join us there first. We're just gonna start with our little bit of grounding first, a little breath work, and just kind of move through the spine here. So hands, palms come to your thighs, and we're gonna take a cat to cow in a seated position. So a little bit different than you might be used to. So you're going to inhale, you're gonna arch the back just slightly here. Again, go to your comfort, and then exhale, round through the spine, just kind of like your cat pose, right? So if you're in that tabletop, and then inhale, arch the back, and then exhale, round. Scoop through the abdominals here. Inhale, arch the back. Good, finding your breath. Exhale, round. Just take one more here. Inhale, and then exhale, round. And then find neutral position from there. Good. Hands can come to your side. We'll take some extra breath work here. So you're gonna inhale, reach tall through that spine. And then exhale, just bring the hands right back down to your side. Good, a couple more like that. Inhale, reach up, find length. Exhale. Good, one more like that. Inhale up. And exhale, releasing the hands to your side. From here, we're gonna work with a little bit of shoulder mobility. So you'll take that left arm at home, we'll take our right here, but we're gonna take that side bend. Just take the stretch here first, and then we'll work a little arm circles. So just kind of reaching, elongating that side body, and then from here, you're gonna rotate, bring the hand down. So just graze the floor, and then bring it back behind you, gaze, and come to the hand just to, again, get a little bit more movement in the shoulder joint. On this next one, we're gonna bring that hand to the outside of that right knee. Okay, so you're gonna, yep, there you go. Take it to the outside here. So then as we're coming to a spinal twist, again, listen to your body, how deep you wanna go in that twist. So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna stay facing somewhat forward. But again, it's just really good to get a nice twist for the low back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Good, one more breath. And then exhale, bring it back to center, reset, and we'll take those 3 breaths again up overhead. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Try that 2 more times here. Inhale up. With each time, you can just reach a little bit higher. One more here. Good, and then exhale, release. This time, your right hand at home comes up overhead, it'll be our left. Again, just find that space first in that side body, stretching the oblique, reaching all the way to those fingertips, and then we'll find those circles again. So you bring that arm down and back around. Again, following your gaze to your hand, full rotation, trying to stay grounded in that right glute. Okay, that sometimes it likes to lift. And on this next one, we'll take it to the outside of that left knee. There, and then sit up nice and tall, take a breath, and then exhale, twisting into that stretch as far as you want to go. So nothing to force, it should never be painful. Just find a nice tall spine. Good, one more breath here. And then gently bring it back to center. Just find some shoulder rolls here. From here, we're gonna come into a tabletop position. So as you're ready, you can just kind of forward fold over those knees, bring yourself where the shoulders are over the wrists, and then your hips should be over your knees. So we should feel nice and grounded and stable in this position. Okay, and then from here we're gonna work some core stability moves. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take that left foot behind you, so it'll be our right foot behind, yep. And then that right arm forward, for us it'll be left, good. Now from here, you could stay right here in this position and maybe that feels stable and good enough for you as a challenge. Or if you'd like, you can lift that back leg. Good. So here we really want to think about if we're like balancing something on our low back, like a hot cup of coffee. We really want to try to keep those hips as level as possible. Just finding that stability here. Okay, you can stay here, or we have the option to take opposite elbow to knee to even challenge that core stability a little bit more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, scoop up those abdominals, that similar position that you were doing in that seated cat-cow. So find that rounding through the spine. Get some good core work. One more like that. Good, and then hold that extension, hold it here. Bring your hand down to keep your foot lifted. Point through your toe, and then from here you're gonna tap that foot down and lift. So they're little like leg kicks here. Yep, perfect. So we're engaging the glutes. The glutes help to protect the low back here. Lifting and lowering. A couple more. 4, 3, 2. Hold the leg up here. Now bend through the knee, flex through the foot. Yep, perfect. So we're gonna come into glute kicks, and then they're little pulses. So we're gonna pulse to the ceiling, as if you could stamp your foot to the ceiling. It's kind of your external goal here. Little pulse glute kicks. You start to feel a nice little burning effect here. Couple more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower that leg all the way down. Feel free to shift around or stretch out your wrist here before we go to the other side. All right, so this time your right leg is going to go back behind you and left arm's going to come forward, which is opposite of what you did the first time. So again, this is your most stable position. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can lift that back leg. Another thing to keep in mind is your neck. So it should be a nice extension of that spine, tucking the chin, but chin off your chest. Again, maybe stay here if you'd like to go for that added challenge. You'll take opposite elbow to knee in the crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to scoop. Good, again, try to keep those hips as level as you can. If you had headlights on your hips, they should be letting up that mat just below you. Good, one more here. And then hold this extension, hold it here. Good, and as you're ready, you can place that hand down. We'll come into those straight leg kicks again on this side, pointing through the foot, and then you tap down and lift. Good, lower and lift. Same thing still applies. We want to keep those hips nice and level. It's a nice small movement, but it's effective. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg up high, hold it here, bend through the knee, flex through the foot. Find your glute kick pulses. Good, you got it. Those hips level. How's that neck alignment doing? Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. You'll lower it down from here. Maybe just finding a little bit of movement within the spine here, just twisting it out side to side. And then you can bring your glutes back to your heels. There we go. And then just twist out the wrists. From here, we're gonna come onto our belly next. I'm gonna have Emily demonstrate this next. So we're gonna come into like a cobra pose and into some Supermans. So she's gonna come onto her stomach. And then from here, yep, her hands are like right by her armpits. And then her neck is nice and long, so her gaze is down at the mat. Yep, perfect. And then from here, she's gonna roll her shoulders back and lift up just to her degree of that stretch. Yep, perfect, Emily, yep. So you can be there, okay, then you're gonna exhale, bring it back down. Yep, good. And then roll the shoulders back, lift it back up. If you want to go into a full upward dog stretch, you certainly could do that if the back is healthy enough to do so, yes. Or stay with the more of the cobra. Exhale, bring it down. And just one more here for good measure. We always like to work in 3s. Good. Perfect, nice and strong in the upper body. And then exhale, relax. Now from here, we're gonna come into Superman. So she's gonna have her hands come out up straight in front. First, we're gonna start with opposite arm and leg lifts. So that will be like your beginner pose, or like it's less intense than lifting both arms and legs. So let's do your right arm and your left leg. So we'll lift, yep, exactly, good. And then you lower it down, and then you do the other side. Yep, side to side, very nice. Good, so really good for the low back once again. Engaging the upper back, the low back, and the glutes, because they're all at work here. One more each side in this position. And then next, she's gonna do both arms and legs together. So you're ready? Yep, perfect. Yep, so a little bit more intensity just because it's two levers together, lifting and lowering. You can always just do one if you'd like to keep the feet connected to the floor and just do the upper body. You can do that as well. We're really good here. She's doing a great job keeping that neck nice and long, looking down at that mat. 2. On the second, I'm going to add on to this. So she's going to hold it. Okay, so now you're going to hold it. Bring your gaze just looking down at that mat for me, Emily, a little bit. And now pull your elbows to your side. Yes, and then inhale, lengthen. So she's keeping everything lifted, and then exhale, pull it down. Yep, so she's going to do that again. So lift up, and then squeeze back, extend, and down. Yep, so we just add a little bit more there. That's a little bit more of like a lat pull down. Just getting the sides, just working a little bit more into the back. 2 more. Good. Inhale, lengthen, exhale down. 1 more here. Perfect. Excellent. Yep. And now you can bring your hands back to your armpits to press yourself up. We're going to work into puppy pose here next. So what that looks like is it's like child's pose, but you're going to bring your arms out straight in front of you, but your hips stay a little bit higher, okay? And then you're going to sit your hips back just slightly. Yep, perfect. If child's pose feels better for you, you can certainly take that option, okay? We're just stretching out the shoulders, the upper back, and essentially a little bit of that low back too. Good. 1 more breath here. So we walk those hands back in. From here, we're going to work into a plank position, and which will lead us into downward dog from there. We're going to take hand plank, but if you have any wrist issues, you can certainly take forearm plank as well. So shoulders over the wrists, and then from here, you can work knee plank. I'll start there, and then Emma's going to take it to a full plank to start with. Yep, perfect. Okay, so now a lot of things are going on here in a plank position. I'll show from this side. So like your quads are engaged here, your low back is working really hard to stay nice and flat, which also engages your core, okay? Just a couple more breaths. Again, at any time you can always come down to those knees, just make sure that your joints stay stacked. 1 more breath here. And then bend into the knees and then take it to a downward dog, lifting the hips. Feel free to adjust as necessary here. You can pedal out through those feet side to side, touching on those calf muscles. Head should be between the biceps. Middle fingers pointing straight forward. And we're going to work a little bit of a flow here between downward dog and plank. So from here, what I want you to do is find stillness in your downward dog. You're going to inhale, lift the heels, ripple forward into a high plank. Again, you can come down to your knees. And then from here, just bending into the knees and back to your downward dog. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift the heels, ripple forward into that high plank, and then bend into the knees. Take it back to the downward dog. 1 more here. Inhale, lift the heels, ripple forward, find your stacking joints, bend into the knees, downward dog. Excellent. From here, you're going to walk your feet to the top of the mat to come into a forward fold. Good. From here, inhale, take a half lift, hands will come up to shins, flat back, exhale, round. And then from here, just rolling it up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Shoulders roll down, back, excellent job. From here, we're going to work into some a warrior sequence pose. So we'll start with warrior 1. Okay, so what we'll do is you'll step your right foot back, we'll step our left foot back here into warrior 1. So warrior 1 being both feet are facing forward somewhat here. The back foot is at an angle, okay? Hips try to face forward, but again, listen to your body, don't force it into anything that it's not gonna go into, okay? We're gonna work a little bit of back extensions here in warrior 1. So inhale the arms forward. Okay, and I'm going to just step to the side. I think I'm going to face this way just so you can see it from a different angle. Okay, so we're up here. Then we're going to inhale, lower it down. So yep, we're hovering. And then lift up with the effort. Yep, inhale to lower. Exhale to lift up. Just as if we were on like a stability ball. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good, 1 more like that. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. From here, you're going to open up into a warrior 2. So now the heel intersects that back arch. Yes, that makes sense. Arch. And then from here, we're gonna take a little breath work. Leg lengthens, and then exhale, bring it down to that warrior two pose. Again, I'll show it from the side. So we're here, inhale, lift. Good, exhale, bring it down. One more, inhale up. Exhale, bring it down. Hold that warrior two position. Knee should be over that ankle, so it should be going past the toe. Flip the front palm, come into a reverse warrior. Again, going to your degree of the stretch. Some people might be a little bit further back or more of an arch. Otherwise, stay in that more upright position. If there's any neck issues, your gaze can come to that back foot instead of looking up to the hand. One more breath. Lengthen the front leg. Take a full stretch in that reverse warrior. And then from here, windmill the hands to that warrior two stance. Yep. From here, you're gonna come into triangle. So you reach as far as you can go. And then you're gonna come into triangle. Slight bend, just slight in that front leg. So as if you were in between two panes of glass, right? So we're working some oblique, working that low back. Finding our breath. Good, and then just gently bending into that front knee to bring it back to warrior two, and then stepping to the top of your mat. Excellent job. From here, we'll come in right into that other side, so same exact thing. So we'll find warrior one, back foot back, knee over the ankle, not going past the toe, okay? Inhale, reach those arms forward, and then we'll come into those back extensions again. Okay, so you're going to lower it down, and then exhale to lift with the effort. Good, couple more. Inhale, lower to your degree. So it's not sinking into that hip, but really using the core and low back to lift. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Good, one more here. And lift. From here, we open up into warrior two on that other side. So finding that heel intersecting that arch. Trying to stay in the middle as best you can. Sometimes it helps to look both ways at the hands. Good. And then from here, we'll take those inhales. So you're gonna inhale, lengthen the leg, reach up, exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, back into warrior two. One more here. Good, when you use your breath, exhale, hold it here. And then we're gonna flip that front palm, find your reverse warrior on the other side. Good. So again, we're just supporting a lot of different things here. Our low back, our obliques, stretch out those obliques. Find what works best for your neck. And then from here, lengthen through that front leg. Take an even beautiful, more bigger stretch here for those obliques. And it's gonna lead us right into that triangle pose once again. So reach forward as far as you can go, and then lowering it. Now this might be nice to have a block, or you're just gonna come to your shin. You could maybe even come to the floor if you want to take it all the way down there. Again, just listen to your body. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath. Gently bending into that front knee, come back to warrior two, and then step it to the top of your mat. Excellent job. From here, we're gonna come back down to the mat through a series of low lunge that will help stretch our hip flexors, as well as a couple more stretches for our glutes and whatnot. So at the top of our mat, you're gonna inhale, reach up overhead, and then exhale, swan dive over to that forward fold. Inhale to that half lift. Exhale, fold. From here, step that right leg behind you. Yep, you got it. So from here, you could stay lifted if you'd like, or drop that back knee, okay? We're gonna cue the knee down, just so that, again, it's something that'll really help here with the low back. So, when we're in this position, you can stay down here, but what I'm gonna have you do is come up first. So come up more where your hands come to your thigh. Then from here, I'm just gonna show this from the side. You're gonna have a slight tuck, just a slight tuck of your pelvis, and then lean into the stretch. You should really feel this front side of the hip open up really nice and well, I guess, just to release that low back, okay? So a lot of times when you sit throughout the day at your job, or if you have any tightness here, or any pain in the low back, sometimes because our hip flexors are so tight, so this is a really good stretch for that, okay? One more breath here. I'm gonna add a little hamstring stretches in here while we're at it. So you're gonna send your hips back towards your heel, and then you're keeping this leg nice and long, and the front toes pick up. Good, so that should feel really good on the back of that leg. One more breath. Bring it back into that low lunge. Okay, now you can go a little bit deeper if you want your hands to come down to the mat. From here, we're gonna work into a glute hip stretch with our half pigeon pose. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly heel toe that foot across. So I'll show you from the side, and Emily's got it from the front. And then you come here, okay? So you can stay lifted, maybe this is enough for you. If this doesn't feel comfortable at all, you can always find figure 4 stretch on your back as well. It's a great option. Okay, now there's different degrees here, so you can stay lifted, or if you want to come down to the forearms, or again, if you have that block, so I'll kind of cue that here. If you have a block, you can kind of stay lifted on that, but the forearms can come there. And I was kind of thinking of trying to find a little opposition in this stretch. So as one hip comes forward, the other hip goes back, and that just kind of evens things out a little bit, gets a little bit deeper into that stretch. And then just notice what your where you might be holding tension in your body in other parts. So, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Inhale through the nose, out through that mouth. With each exhale, you should just feel yourself giving into that pose just a little bit deeper. Good. One more breath here. When you're ready, you're just going to gently press up into the top, like by your hands. If you have that block, you can just place it off to the side for a second. And then we're going to actually go back to plank from here to transition to our other side. So what I'll have you do is you're going to tuck that back foot. Then you're going to send the other foot back to meet it into a plank. Good, just hold it here for a breath. And now you're going to bring that other leg up into that low lunge. So again, you can drop that knee. If you couldn't get that leg all the way up, just scooch it up so that we just have that knee over the ankle alignment once again. So coming up where your hands are on your thigh. Okay, so a little bit more lifted, yep. And again, I'll just show it from this side, just so you can see the alignment. Slight tuck in the pelvis, then lean forward a little bit deeper into it, finding that nice hip flexor opener. Again, remember just to relax the shoulders or anywhere you might be holding tension. And then from here, we're going to come into that hamstring stretch once again. So you're going to send your hips back. Knees slightly bent, just slight, so we're not locking out any joints. Stretching out our hamstrings. Good. One more breath from here. Bring it back into that low lunge. Hands can come to the floor just to get a little bit deeper into that stretch. This will lead us into half pigeon on the other side. So as you're ready for it, you can scooch that foot across, or however way you want to get there, whatever works better for your body. Remember that figure 4 is always an option on your back. So we're here, we're lifted to start, and then as you're ready, you can gently come down into your degree of that stretch. So whether it's with the assistance of that block or the hand, the head can come to the hands as well, or to the floor if your body is accessible to do that. Inhaling through the nose, out through that mouth. So sometimes we like to move through the poses. Sometimes it's just great to be here for a couple of minutes as well. So if you want to stay here longer, by all means, whatever your body needs today. Then take one more breath here. And as you're ready, you'll come back up to tall arms. And instead of coming into plank this time, we're actually just going to bring ourselves to our glutes. And then you're going to swing that leg around. Yep, perfect. So next we're going to come onto our back. So I'm going to have Emily demonstrate this one. So she's gently coming down into her back. We're going to work into some bridge poses first. So she's going to work her heels close to her glutes. Perfect. Yep, just like that. So this will be really good once again for core stability as well as glutes. Also gets little hamstrings as well. So her hands are at her side. She's going to press her hips to the ceiling and then just place pressure in her heels essentially. Yep, good. Now from here, this can be a posture that you can hold, or if you want to do reps, you can always bring the glutes down, tap down, exhale, lift up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift up, or again, just holding in that posture. Now if you want to work more core stability, I'm just going to throw some options out here. So I'm going to have Emily on this next one keep her hips lifted, and then she can work side to side like knee drives or marches. So if you want to lift your right knee, yep, and then she brings it down, and then she wants to lift her left, and and you can alternate that. That really works on core stability because she's trying to keep her hips as level as possible during that. But again, listen to your body. Maybe you're just holding that bridge pose, okay? Or you can work single leg bridge as well, is always an option as well. So just take a breath or two here in this hold. Good, and then just gently bring the glutes down. And again, work a couple different reps for what feels best for you. So from here, we're gonna come into hamstring stretch next. So she's gonna let her, and we'll do the same side as you guys at home for this. So your left leg is gonna go long. Bring your right knee into the chest. Give it a good hug. Yep. And I'm gonna do this seated, so you can certainly do this without being on your back. So just bring your knee into your chest. And then from here, she's gonna lengthen that right leg to the ceiling. Yep, perfect. So hamstring stretch. Or if you're in a seated position, you can just reach for your toes here. Okay, so now her hands can be behind her calves, or it can be behind the back of the thigh on the hamstring. Again, however deep you want to go into that stretch. Again, sometimes our hamstrings can be really tight, and that pulls on our low back as well. It's always good to stretch those. Good, inhale. Exhale, and then from here, Emily's gonna come into a spinal twist. She's gonna bring that knee back into her chest, and then she's gonna take it across the body. Yep, perfect. Now, if your neck feels healthy to do so, you can look the opposite direction like she's doing. If you're in the seated position, you can certainly still take a twist here as well. Good. So twists are always good, bringing out toxins, but sometimes they do feel really good for our low back as well. Just be mindful. Inhale, exhale. With every exhale, can you just twist a little bit deeper? Can you just let the ground support you that much more? Good, one more breath. From here, bring your legs back into center, or that one leg I should say, and then switch sides. So she's gonna take her right leg long, and now her left knee is into the chest. Again, just hug it in there for a little bit, just to get into the hips. And then as she's ready, she's gonna lengthen that left leg to the sky. Same to you at home. Or again, if you're in that seated position, you're just taking that seated hamstring stretch. So again, go to your degree. Maybe the hands come behind the calves or the hamstrings. If you have like a yoga strap or just like a resistance band at home, sometimes that can help, or a towel can help to assist you in some of these stretches as well. So if you couldn't reach your toes here, I'd wrap it around my foot, and that can keep me lifted more to get deeper into that stretch. Good, one more breath here, and then she's gonna take that twist once again, bending to the knee and taking it across her body. Perfect. Again, if you want a little bit more intensity, or if you want a little bit less, she could always bend that bottom leg and bring it up like where both legs are at 90 degrees. Sometimes that helps to keep it a little less intense, yeah. Good, one more breath. And then just gently bring it back into center. From here, just hugging the knees, both knees into the chest. Give them a good squeeze, rock side to side along that lower back. If you prefer, I always love a little happy baby as well, just to get into the hips. So we can go there. Emily will demonstrate that one. So yep, she's gonna take her hands to the outside of the feet, and then she's drawing her knees towards her armpits. Yep, perfect. And then just rocking again. You can make it a rocking happy baby. It can be stillness. If you want to take an extra hamstring stretch, you can lengthen one leg while the other leg stays bent. Yep, perfect, exactly. Or just keep them both bent. Good. And then bringing the knees back into the chest, give them one more little hug here. And then I'll have Emily, and I'll just instruct you at home. You're gonna take your legs long, your arms up overhead, take a full body stretch on your back. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, just bringing those hands to your side, and this sets you up right for Shavasana, okay? So definitely after any little yoga sequence and whatnot, it's always important to take time for yourself, to thank yourself for showing up on your mat. So stay here as long as you'd like, hands at your side. Again, just letting the ground support you. Any extra stretches that feel good for you. You can also take plow, which is like taking your legs up and over, but sometimes that can be really intense for some people. You can also take legs up the wall for your Shavasana as well. So thank you for joining us today, taking the time. You know, it's really good to strengthen the core and low back to avoid that back pain or chronic pain. Let us know if you have any questions, and namaste.